What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Great White Sharpedo Pokemon channel. Today we have another speedrun video of Fire Red, and it's going to be with the DUGTRIO. Thank you to Hammy Star for the comment, and let's get into it and see how we do with a DUGTRIO. It's going to be a bird one. Peace! Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Great White Sharpedo Pokemon channel. Today we have another speedrun episode of Fire Red. It is with DUGTRIO. And I am going to forewarn you, this one is an absolute shocker. Thank you, Hammy Star, for the comment to do this run. It is very challenging. So we start off by changing Charmander with Diglett so that we get the Squirtle as our rival. And as you can tell from here on out, this is going to be extremely rough. Arena Trap, which sucks, and a Quiet ability or Nature, which is not going to help our attack stat at all. So we're in deep poop from the get-go. As you can see from this first battle against Squirtle, he absolutely just annihilates us because our poor defense is not good at all. We try again on the route by Viridian City and get bodied by a Pidgey. We try again at level 10, and guess what happens? We get bodied by Pidgey again. I'm speeding through this because it's extremely frustrating, and I had to play through almost an hour just to get to level 12, where we finally learn Magnitude, I think at like maybe level 11. Frustrating as we take on Brock, and Brock's pretty easy because we finally have Magnitude and we can actually do some damage to his team. So we tank a Rock Tomb. We nearly fall to a tackle, but we get a lucky Magnitude and we win, and we work our way through to... Alright, so we finally get to the rival battle just above Cerulean City, and guess what? It doesn't go so well. Surprise, surprise, we lose to Squirtle. As you can see again, we do another fight. And we lose to Squirtle again. We have 0 defense and barely any HP. And look, you can see from this montage, I just keep going back and trying to win. I actually finally get through, level up, and evolve into DUGTRIO, which makes a big difference to begin with. And I'm not going to bother with Sand Tomb because it's too weak of a move. 2 hours and 51 minutes. We're against, pardon me, Misty for the first time. And guess what? We get bodied, so we go straight back. And guess what happens again? We get bodied again. DUGTRIO is the worst Pokemon in the history of Pokemon ever. We lose 3 times in a row before I give up and go to the SSN. Immediately take on the rival. I do some trainer battles in the meantime to try and get some levels because we are that horrendous with our defense. 3 hours and 33 minutes before we can even get our second badge. This is awful. This run sucks so bad. I have not enjoyed. This is the first run I have not enjoyed doing. We take care of Lieutenant Surge, obviously, because we're a ground type, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. No dramas there. Work our way through Rock Tunnel, and we learn Rock Slide, which, again, makes a massive difference against some flying types that we can't really hurt, and some ice types on later in the game. We go to Erica. It's about 4.5 hours so far, and I thought we were in a good position to win, and guess what? Giga Drain absolutely destroys us. So we go to the Rocket Hideout. We take on Giovanni. We pretty well convincingly destroy him, and we level up a lot in between. As you can see here, I'm just doing some battles in between to try and level up a bit more. We take on Erica again, and we lose again. Frustrating. What happens then is I respawn at Lavender Town, and I don't know why, so I waste even more time walking back. We finally beat Erica at level 48. Level 48, you saw that right. Ridiculously high. We're level 49 when we take on the Lavender Tower rival, and we completely destroy his team because they're only like level 25 max. We take on Koga at level 53, which I thought was going to be fair enough. We have Earthquake at this point, and we have Rock Slide. I thought we'd be okay. Coughing destroys us. Then again, we try again at level 54. Guess what happens? We lose. We try again at level 56. Guess what happens? We lose. We try again at level 56. Guess what happens? We lose. So, we go to the Rocket Hideout in Saffron. We take on the rival. Guess what happens? We lose again. This is just ridiculous, this run. And it's so frustrating because I've almost got nowhere else to level up. We get to level 60 before we get a half-decent run against the rival. And we can move on to Giovanni straight away. As you can see, I've left the footage in here because it's so much quicker just to destroy everybody. With Earthquakes, having Earthquake makes such a difference. We're at 7 hours and 53 minutes. So by this time, we've already beaten the Elite Four with Sharpedo and Kangaskhan. And now against Sabrina, we've already beaten it with Heracross the whole game. And I've only got 4 badges. Ridiculous. So we beat Sabrina, we go back to Koga, and let's see what happens this time. We hit Muck with an earthquake, and we finally, after 8 hours and 4 minutes, we beat Koga. We move on straight away to Blaine as quick as we can at level 64. This is the highest levels we've had at this point ever. And DUGTRIO is not exactly the quickest level upperer. It's ridiculous. So we take on Giovanni in the final gym battle at level 67. We're almost at level 70, which is insane. So we take on the rival battle, which actually goes pretty well. We get some good luck, we destroy the rest of the team, and we go straight to the Pokemon League, 9 hours and 18 minutes. And trust me when I say, I do not like my chances of beating the Elite Four. So we try straight away with the level 70 and we lose. After 10 hours and 34 minutes, we're already at the slowest time. We level up to level 83. So I use my 6 rare candies and I lost to Lorelei like 15 times in a row. I couldn't get past Lapras. This is the first run where we can actually get through the Elite Four and actually do some decent damage to everybody because we're so high in level. It's ridiculous. So we take on, and the one thing I had to be really careful was through the Elite Four was hanging on to enough rock slides so that I could take out the Ghost type Pokemon, take out the Dragonite, take out Gyarados ×2, one for Lance, one for the rival, and take out a Pidgeot as well, which was a bit of a worry. Alright, so we take on Lance, Rock Slide Gyarados, and here we go. We tank a Hyper Beam a couple of times, and this is where I've decided to use as many full restores as I can. Slash actually gets us a critical hit, and he doesn't heal up his Dragonite, which I thought was weird. I think it's just enough health so that the AI didn't feel like they had to heal up Dragonite. So, here we go. We take on the rival. And our time is severely the worst time we've had so far. I was worried about Pidgeot using Sand Attack, but we were actually pretty lucky that she went for Aerial Ace instead. We hit Earthquake, get a crit on Blastoise, who would have been a run ender. The other run ender could have been Execute because he's got Giga Drain. And I was worried about, I didn't know which move to use. I knew Earthquake's not very effective. He flinches twice and we get the luckiest win ever. I didn't think that we were going to beat the rival. I hit Earthquake on Alakazam, knock out Alakazam. We hit right on with another Earthquake, one hit him as well. And then we've got Gyarados, Arcanine, the last one. Another Earthquake, game over. We win the run at level 85. 5 levels higher than anyone else had to be, because our defense was so disgustingly horrendous that we almost got tanked in nearly every single major fight that we had. Obviously, the rival fight, where we were like 20 levels plus higher than him, it's different. But, man, oh man, this was an extremely frustrating run. You guys probably, I don't know if you saw at the start of this Elite Four, I had 0 money. So when I got to the Elite Four, I bought as many full restores as I could. Obviously, I still had a bit of money left over. But I lost that many times, I had 0 money. So that goes to show you how much times I lost to Lorelei. It was excruciatingly frustrating and really annoying. This is the worst run I've had to do so far. I'm not exactly looking forward to a couple of upcoming ones. I've got a Haunter. 10 hours and 56 minutes. Nearly 11 hours. Nearly 11 hours. The worst so far by an absolute mile. 54 minutes longer than the Houndoom run. And Houndoom actually has an excuse because the type coverage is really hard in this. There's a lot of water type Pokemon. So that was garbage. So the next run, if you guys are sticking around, we're going to be doing potentially a Haunter run. But guys, thank you so much for watching. That was brutal. I think we probably lost about 100 battles. I honestly think that's not even an exaggeration. It was that bad and that frustrating. Please like the video and comment a Pokemon you want me to do a speed run with in Fire Red. That would be awesome. That helps me out with ideas, and it's obviously something that you guys want to see as well. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Please make sure you leave a comment of the Pokemon that you want me to do a speed run with, and I will see you in the next speedrun video. Until then. Oh man, that sucked. I mean, as you guys saw, that was rough. That was really rough. I was getting really frustrated. I kept dying in like every single major battle. We got so far ahead at like Koga and like we were still losing. It was doing my head in so bad that I almost quit the run. I was getting so frustrated. I was wasting so much time. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you stick around for the next one next week. It is going to be a Haunter run. Make sure you comment below which ones you want me to do. Thank you, Jamie, for the comment, as you can see here. And we will see you guys next week for Haunter. Peace!